Goodbye. I'll miss you, my friend. Hey everyone, it's Jezza, and I like eating concrete! Y'all already know what's going down. Y'all already know what this is. Beach House, baby! Woo! I've just been informed that some of you are not in the know, so let me fill you in a little bit. Beach House is a dream pop band consisting of Victoria LeGrand and Alex Scally. Victoria does most of the vocals, Alex does most of the guitar work, they both work on the keyboards. They're a great duo, they make great music together. And the Beach House discography is one of those discographies where a lot of people can pick a different favorite. They're that kind of band in terms of consistency. Some people really favor Teen Dream, some people really favor Bloom, some people favor Devotion or Depression Cherry. I'm one of the people that really favors Depression Cherry. It's the one that really made the band click for me, which is kind of ironic considering a lot of fans were disappointed in Depression Cherry, coming right after Bloom. It was very stripped back compared to it. I just thought Beach House's sound worked really well for something more minimalistic and intimate. So excluding their B-sides album, their last legit album was Thank Your Lucky Stars, and it kind of left a lot of fans worrying, are they running out of ideas? It was that kind of album where it really seemed like they'd done their sound to death. Fine enough if you're a big fan of the band, but for outsiders it's kind of like, well, this band is kind of going in a circle now. But their new album, 7, kind of renews things a bit. 7 was released a few weeks ago and it's become one of my favorite albums from Beach House. The biggest factor about this album is the fact that it kind of changes their sound up, renews things. It still feels very distinctly Beach House, but it freshens things up and makes it more interesting again. Not to any super major extent, there's still a lot of similarities to their earlier stuff, but you can still hear the difference. On quite a few tracks on 7 they get pretty psychedelic, notably on Black Car. And then there's a lot more noisy, energetic songs like Dark Spring, songs that really push in the shoegaze direction, but not all the way. So again, it's not that big of a change in sound compared to what I was expecting, but I still really appreciate it because there's just a lot of standout songs on the album. 7 simply has a lot of the band's best material. I want to run through track by track just so you get the idea. Dark Spring is an immediately grabbing opener. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, one of the more shoegazy songs on the album. When the chorus kicks in and when it leaves, it just sounds so wonderful. The piano is very well done, the production is very nice. It transitions very well into Pay No Mind, the second track. Pay No Mind is a very laid-back track. It sets a contrast between it and Dark Spring. And on this track, Beach House does what they're best at with the sweet melodies and the dreamy haziness. Lemon Glow grew on me over time. It was the first promotional single, and I wasn't too attracted to it. It set my expectations for the album to be a bit average. It could have been a song they released 5 years ago. Through repeated listens, it's still a great song. I love the guitar, but still, my position kind of stands. This is one of those songs that makes me go, well, they didn't really change much. What is this, Lin Con Ku? However it's pronounced, track 4 is a bit lacking compared to the rest of the album. It's not bad, but it's kind of just that kind of thing where I really feel like I've heard this before. The percussion, notably in the second half, sounds way too familiar for the band. And the whole structure with the first half being more lullaby-ish, with the second half kicking in more powerfully, it's done better on Dive. Drunk in LA is by far the most emotionally effective song on the album. The entire thing just feels very sorrowful, a bit regretful. There's a great build throughout the song. I think I'm comfortable in calling Drunk in LA my favorite song on the album. Just a very well done, moody song. Then there's Dive, like previously mentioned, has that second half that really kicks in. It's got a very mellow first half, and the second half just comes in with the drums and the guitar and everything. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it works very well for what it is. Black Car is another highlight. It's a very intriguing and unique track on the album. It's got great synths and a very hypnotic and attractive atmosphere. Yeah, I feel like hypnotic's the golden word here. It's a very cool song. Definitely the trippiest song on the album. Lose Your Smile is another song that grabs me as soon as it comes on. From the moment it comes on, these soothing synths and acoustic guitars come in. It's a very great, ambivalent song. Yeah, it's another personal favorite next to Drunk in LA. Woo is more upbeat, if a little uninspired sounding. Mood and tone-wise, it's pretty different from the tracks surrounding it, but I don't know, it could have been better. I feel like half of that has to do with the vocal performance from Victoria. Could have been more, I don't know, engaging. I'd also consider Girl of the Year one of the lesser songs. It reminds me a bit too much of their other stuff, like the synths kind of remind me of Space Song. I'd just like to put a disclaimer though, that the lesser songs on this album are still pretty dang enjoyable. They go well with the flow of the album, but I wouldn't really pick them out individually outside of the album. That's it. So Girl of the Year is fine enough, but compared to the rest of the album, it's a bit on the lower end. Last Ride is a bit long, but it's a cool, calm way to end the album. I like how ethereal it gets at the end. It's nice. It's a nice track. Again, overall, I'd say 7 is one of their better albums. Personally, I feel it's their third best after Bloom and Depression Cherry. It's one of their more engaging albums. It's one of their most unique in sound. The highs of the album aren't super high, but they're high and they're numerous. And even though it's meant to be an update of sorts on the band's sound, it still kind of just sounds like more classic beach house most of the time. Which is still good because it sounds like the good classic beach house, so it's kind of hard to complain either way. In the end of the day, I really dig it, and I think you should check it out if you haven't already. And with that, now I think I'm moving out of this room. Why am I still here? What the heck is going on? How you doing, old buddy? I'm gonna miss ya. I'm gonna miss ya. FYI, half the reason I made this video is because it was requested. The other half is because I really like this album. So yeah, if you want me to make a video on something, feel free to like comment, you know. I am not an enigma from another planet. I am a member of the community and I will talk to you. Oh Simba, how do you do it, Simba? How? How does he do it? I don't know how he does it, but he keeps doing it.
I have a Discord, it's pretty funny.
Look at all those boxes. I'm so ready to get out of here. Right, so this is definitely the last video I'm filming in this room. Bee bee bee, poo 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 poo, ha ha ha, funny funny funny, wee wee wee, doobie doobie doobie, doo doo doo. What the heck am I saying? What the heck am I filming?